From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Want a Northway Bank teller to keep in your pocket? There's an app for that. Now available for iPhone and Android. Download yours today. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Police in Bartlett are conducting a joint investigation with police in Berlin and Conway and the Carroll County Sheriff's Office of at least one contractor who's suspected of defrauding customers. Chief Tim Conifee says he expects an arrest in the case will be made soon. In the meantime, he urges Bartlett residents to take steps to protect their personal and financial information. The chief says his department has gotten numerous complaints recently of fraud and identity theft. In several cases, homeowners have hired unlicensed contractors who ask for large cash advances up front and never complete the work. Here's Conifee.
One in particular volunteers to do roof work or pest control work for anybody, but this is just a ruse. He's got a business, but it's a ruse to try and make the victim feel more at ease. And then once they're comfortable with him, he gets them to front a cash deposit with no intention on completing the work. That's a crime, and we've experienced more of that with the downturn in the economy. We've just seen a lot more of this type of theft by deception in recent months.
In other cases, Conifee says thieves are lifting financial information off debit cards and stealing money from accounts. He urges citizens to thoroughly research prospective contractors before they agree to work starting, including checking personal references and checking with the Better Business Bureau and the Mount Washington Valley Chamber of Commerce. To fight identity theft, the Bartlett Department recommends contacting police and filing a report, contacting your bank and shutting down or canceling affected cards, contacting credit agencies, monitoring online transactions, and frequently changing security passwords and PIN numbers. To learn more about the program or report a case of fraud, call Bartlett Police at 603-356-5868. An environmental group has released a report saying New Hampshire's current power generation from wind energy prevents as much global warming pollution as taking 9,000 cars off the road every year. With that in mind, members of Environment New Hampshire are asking Congress to extend critical federal incentives for wind power, the Renewable Energy Production Tax Credit, and the Offshore Wind Investment Tax Credit before they expire at the end of the year. The report says if wind development continues at a pace comparable to that of recent years through 2016, New Hampshire would reduce global warming pollution by as much as taking 24,000 cars off the road and would save enough water to meet the needs of 1,700 residents. In Maine news, following the Connecticut school shootings, Maine's House Speaker says legislative leaders from both parties will talk about creating a panel or holding a hearing to examine the problem of gun violence and how to prevent it. Democratic Speaker Mark Eves of North Berwick says the move is in the very early stages and the review would not be by just legislators, but would likely include mental health specialists, school officials, police and public safety officials, and hunting interests. The Speaker says the goal is to have a comprehensive review of the issue and not rush out recommendations. In sports, the Chicago Bulls beat the Boston Celtics 100-89 last night. Rajon Rondo led the Celtics with 26 points and 8 assists. Paul Pierce added 16. The Celtics have lost a season-high 3 straight games, all on the road. New York Giants receiver Victor Cruz visited the home of a 6-year-old Connecticut shooting victim who was buried in a replica Cruz jersey. Jack Pinta was among 20 children shot to death Friday in Newtown. In the weather today, cloudy, rain or snow likely mainly this morning. Snow accumulation up to 1 inch. Highs in the upper 30s. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight. Lows in the lower 20s. Northwest winds 10 to 15. And partly sunny on Thursday. Highs in the upper 30s. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.